time for CFM Radio. I'm Vector. And with me, as always, is my trusty DJ,
Drix, aka Benham. My name is Ben. Good to be with you guys again.
As always, thank you for joining us this Wednesday night. We got some news to talk about. You played anything fun this week, Drix?
Oh man, I had a good Dota stream on Saturday. That was fun.
Oh, hell
Not a lot of wins,
yeah.
but a lot of turbos. Really enjoying. I'm getting used to the new map. It's bigger. There's more toys to play with. Not too many character changes. The average amount of buffs and nerfs, and a couple people getting bigger and stronger. Some characters that I like, moves switched around and stuff, but still Dota, still good, still a highly addictive, like team-based, competitive esport of a MOBA.
Well, hey, I mean, I'm sorry to hear about all of but it is what it is. Sometimes you got to get washed to get clean. I've been trying to climb up in Splatoon recently, and I'm in S, trying to get into S+, and man, it's brutal. It's brutal because sometimes you just cannot rely on the randos. There are only so many times I can score a triple.
Oh yeah, you got to play with friends if you can.
Yeah, but it's tough because in Splatoon you can't do a rank up with friends. You have to rely on randos, at least for now.
Oh, so that's the difference in ranked matchmaking.
Yes, right now. So sometimes you get in there, you fight your hardest, and it's all over. Number one splatter sister, number one overall splatter, number one enemy splatter, and then and I'm like, oh god, but
defeat comes for us all.
Defeat comes for us all. But you know what? It's okay because it's not about what your team can do for you. It's about what you can do for your team. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Truer words have never been sung or spoken.
All right. So, do we want to go into the latest news for the day?
Yeah, man. That's what we're here to do. Maybe lay it on me.
All right. Hey, you know what? Well, let's start it off. Here's a wild one from PC Gamer. Hell of a headline. It reads, Hideo Kojima laments that Metal Gear Solid 4's digital battlefield is, quote, no longer science fiction. Pretty trippy. In his almost 3 decades since these games have evolved to the point where they predicted certain problems of the information age, as in MGS2, took aim at contemporary topics like Guantanamo Bay, and ended on a profound sense of sadness on our species' inability to break the cycles of global conflict in MGS5, there's a lot that goes into... Kojima loves to dramatize some of the themes, the military themes that he uses in these games, but they do touch on really real ideas and places. And PC Gamer points to a tweet from Kojima that where all of this comes from. It reads that MGS4 depicts the next generation of proxy wars and war economies waged by unmanned weapons and PMCs, he writes. A future where parties do not fight, but are represented by drones, proxy soldiers, and corporations. In this future, those who sell or rent weapons introduce SOPs to take full control of the battlefield. Drix, this is pretty wild to me, but at the same time, I have seen the robot dog at the range.
Yes, he is armed and ready, just about.
Yeah. Everybody thought those Boston Dynamics dogs were super cute when they were all dancing, and in sync, like synchronized swimmers. Not so cute when when they become a synchronized firing squad, right?
Yeah, a little different. You can't really pet it.
Yeah. Takes that little cuteness off, adds a little bit more of that robotic cold edge,
Yeah, that lethal edge.
Yeah. But you know what? I think
you got to stop using the word sci-fi and embrace the term speculative fiction.
I literally was just about to say, you can't really say that Kojima's work is like sci-fi anymore, mainly because that, this kind of, like he says, this kind of stuff is taking root. I listened to a geopolitical strategist named Peter Zion, and he has in one of his videos he says that the future of United States military forces is mostly in Spec Ops because they end up just deploying a team of 12 with backpacks full of drones that have little tiny explosives on the end, and then that takes care of pretty much anything. You know what I mean? It's got a camera and a drone on it. What more do you need? Or a camera on a drone and a bomb on the drone. What else do you need? You know what I mean?
Man, drones are some weird opponents.
It's pretty wild. But you know what? Let's put all that to rest because we're here to talk about games. And Microsoft wants you to get your friends into Game Pass. They want you to do more than just tell them about it. You get a free month, but that's not enough. Right now, from the Xbox blog, the invite your friends and play together, the Game Pass new friend referral program. You can find friend referral invitations on the Game Pass home screen in the Xbox Game Pass app on Windows. Just click the Give PC Game Pass button to share, and you can also share with your friends on Xbox.com. This free trial, the one that you give to your friends, comes with all the benefits of the PC Game Pass, including new titles from Xbox Studios on day one, an EA Play membership, that's good value, and you can check out the biggest PC and mobile games on PC from Riot Games. So I could play like League on it, I guess. PC Game Pass lets me discover and play a curated library of hundreds of high-quality PC games from great developers around the world, and you got Forza, Sea of Thieves, all the great Microsoft, first-party games. All that stuff is in there. Drix, are you a Game Pass subscriber?
I am not a Game Pass subscriber. I am a Steam library addict, especially if the game's like under $15, $20. Yeah, that's my range. That's my ballpark. Golden Week sale right now.
Golden Week sale, Fanatical bundle, Humble bundle. You just look at those, you'd be like, $20 for 18 games. My God, it's
Humble bundle
insane.
going to a good cause.
Humble bundle going to right. There's no guilt. Like, sign me up. Like, I'm over here. Like, right now.
Yeah, we are here. Just take my money.
You know what? I got to tell you, Drix. I used to be one of those guys. Who was like, damn, Humble bundle, bro. Right now, it has one game that I really want, plus like 8 other games that I had never even heard about, and it's like $18, and it goes to fight cancer in third world countries for children.
Yeah.
Why not, right? But man, do you know how many games I've never played on my Steam library?
Oh yeah. No, we're at that point, especially as adults, we don't have time to play all the games in our library, man. But
I mean, man,
maybe someday we'll have a moment to crack them all open.
It's like every time I see a great bundle, I'm like, oh man, look at this bundle. I'm like, and I'm like, dude, all these games, I'm gonna like beat every single one, and I beat like one.
Yeah, no, each one a new challenger.
Yeah, each one a new challenger. But you know what? I will say I am a Game Pass subscriber. I do enjoy Game Pass. I was playing Cassette Beasts the other day. Pretty cool Pokemon-like. It's
Monster Trainer.
Yeah, it's got a couple quirks that make it a little bit different, but it's not perfect. It's got a banging soundtrack though.
That's important.
Got a banging soundtrack. Everything on it is a banger. But you know what? I think it's time to get back into the music, Drix. What do we got?
Man, we have the main background music from Pinbot for the NES. In case it's not clear to anybody out there, I am a pinball guy. Been participating in local tournaments for a while, and I encourage everybody to do the same if pinball tickles your fancy.
Hell yeah, man.
But here's a soundtrack from a Williams pinball machine classic, Pinbot.
Surrender. Alliance. Both options are reasonable, I think. But I have faith in Wu. Faith in you all. Therefore, I must think of our future. We will fight! We will join forces with Liu Bei and defeat Cao Cao! From now on, any who suggest surrender will share in this desk's fate!
Something strange is happening. We benefit from knowing what that is.
Sounds like a plan.
It's time to rock with the biggity buck bumper. What about now? It's time to rock with the biggity buck bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the bump to the bump to the bass. Bump to the bump to the bumper. Bump to the boot to the boot to the boot boot. Bump to the bass to the bass bass. Bump to the boot to the boot to the boot. Bump to the bass to the bass bass. Bump to the boot to the bump to the bass.
And slim top of the month in game releases, especially considering we got huge Game of the Year candidate releases next week. But
they're coming soon.
they're coming so soon. Oh my god!
So many hype trains going.
But we've got a couple games this week definitely worth talking about. Age of Wonders 4 released yesterday, the second to critical acclaim. That's right. May 2nd, these reviews came out same day as the game, and they are glowing 8s and 9s. I don't think I've seen 10, but very, very high. In Age of Wonders 4, you rule a fantasy realm of your own design. Explore new magical realms in Age of Wonders' signature blend of 4X strategy and turn-based tactical combat. Control a faction that grows and changes as you expand your empire with each turn. You can get it now on PS5, Xbox Series consoles, and PC. You a fan of the 4X games, Drix?
They're fun. They're time eaters, but they are a good time. And they're, for people who just have that itch in their brain that needs scratching, like, wouldn't it be nice if I could just make things happen, for everybody? For the community.
I will
for the Empire.
Yeah, I will say, I love Crusader Kings, but oh my god, I think my first Crusader Kings actual full thing ended a good 7 months after I started playing.
Wow.
My empire was fully conquered the world, you know what I mean? It was pretty awesome, but man, it was about half a year. So
yeah.
And that was
I enjoyed the Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 2. That was probably the best Game of Thrones game for any fans out there. It was the best Game of Thrones game you could play. Is the mod for Crusader Kings 2.
Hey, you know what? What is it? PUBG's an Arma 2 mod, right? So what up? Some of the best games are mods. Dota is a Warcraft 3 map.
Yeah, essentially. And a good one.
The best, clearly.
Do you ever think about how that's probably a loss for Activision Blizzard now? That it's Valve's game.
Remember it was there's a whole story behind that. This is a long story. That's a story for another day. That's a story for another day. But in short, yes. And in short, this was one of the big things that I wanted to write about when I was really, really into writing about games as think pieces, but I never just got around to it. We're just now exiting the era of Warcraft 3 games. Most of the games you played in the last decade and a half, pretty much originated from Warcraft 3. Everything from Don't Starve to Among Us. It's all Warcraft 3. They're all Warcraft 3. Every single thing. Every huge innovation probably comes from some kind of Warcraft 3 map in some way, shape, or form.
It's a strong influence.
And I'm thinking that the next era of gaming that we're going to go where you have, because Roblox kind of Warcraft.
They're doing some creative things on it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of kids making it. So,
Kids, 4.
Yeah.
Things used to an auction.
There's another side to that story too, but again, story for another time. Because the next heavy hitter, or quote unquote heavy hitter that released this week, was the Microsoft first party Redfall. Redfall is a co-op FPS from Arcane Austin, award-winning team Prey and Dishonored. Oh, I like both of them. And it continues Arcane's careful legacy of carefully crafted worlds and immersive sims. Redfall brings the studio's signature gameplay to the story-driven action shooter. But you know what, Drix? This game is not being received well at all. Now, it is sitting at a 59 Metacritic score on PC and a 62 on the Xbox Series X. That's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it's pretty close to failing grades, but I wonder why. And
It's
visually, it looked all right. Vampire game.
I'm a Game
Co-op,
Pass subscriber, and I
online
just
FPS.
haven't tried it.
Yeah.
I think I might try it maybe this week. I'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
We'll come back to Redfall.
I'm curious.
Yeah, we'll come back to Redfall. Maybe you know what? Maybe I'll
Yeah.
give you one of these new Game Pass, like friend passes, and you and I can play
yeah.
Redfall together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know what? We ought to try that.
We should probably try that. So yeah, we'll play some Redfall. Get back to you guys. See how that goes.
I kind of want to believe it. I don't want to believe what the
I don't want
critics
to
are
believe
saying.
it. I don't want to believe it either. YouTubers, I saw Critical Charlie. I saw him. Holy trash. He was like playing on the high school. It was pretty gnarly. So
Easy way to not like it.
yeah. So we'll see how it is. We'll probably be playing on PC. So the controversy is that the Xbox version is not right now. So, but we talked about this last time. I'm not a stickler unless I'm like playing a fighting game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's when frames matter.
That's when frames matter. See when I'm like fighting a rhythm game.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
I do not want to play Project Diva at like a 2-frame delay. That's impossible. You might as well just not play the game. Like,
It's rhythm, baby.
it's rhythm, baby. And unfortunately, that's all there is to talk about as far as games that are releasing this week. But like I said earlier, there's tons of heavy hitters next week. Next Friday, we'll talk about this again next week. Next Friday, Zelda, right? Like, I think everybody's gonna be playing that. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like,
All our Nintendo fans.
That's pretty much all I need to say. I won't even go into anything else. Let's touch on that really quick though.
Okay.
Let's touch on Zelda really quick because I didn't put it in the show notes here, and I do want to talk about it. Drinks,
get
the
it in
game
there.
is leaked.
What? All of
The
it?
game
The
is
whole thing?
out on the
Oh, no.
internet. You must beware. Listeners, beware. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is out there on the internet right now. If you got a cracked Switch, if you've got a emulator, I think I forget what emulator. I'm not going to sit here and promote piracy of a game that's not out yet. So
No,
you can figure
no,
out
never.
the game. If you want to figure that all out for yourself, you can. It's out there. But like I said, listeners beware. Listeners beware. This is out there in the wild. People, I keep hearing people just scrolling through Twitter, and then all of a sudden you see a legit screenshot from the game, or like a 30-second clip from the game that's like a really important thing.
Oh man,
So,
the spoilers are coming.
TikTok,
a little too early, too soon.
TikTok, Twitter, any of these video sharing platforms, turn them off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Turn
don't
them
look
off.
for like another week or so.
Yeah, don't look till next Friday. I know it's hard. I know I need to go on Twitter because I need to know what my latest e-celebrity is doing.
My parasocial relationship.
I need it. What is
Mhm.
Brittany Venti doing? I don't know, and that is a problem. So, either way, gotta watch out. Game is already out there. Be careful, but if you're into the spoilers, go for it. I'm down.
Yeah. What a world we live in.
But you know what, Drix? We're gonna let the music play for a little bit. This is one of my favorites. This is the Super Mario RPG boss theme
Yep, fight against a stronger monster. Let's get at it.
on CFM radio. That's what you're listening to.
CFM.
know you got your options, so pick the right thing. Some choice.